Thank you.
All you need to do is get the key.
Bro, I can't get back up here.
Look, they trying to fuck me up, but I got so much fucking defense.
Alright, I'm dead. Whoa, the whole
That's the
team.
best luck in the game. Stop playing.
That's
Best luck
that's
in the game, boy.
crazy.
Stop playing. Woo, I'm a coordinator. Yo, 4-star here, and that was a beastly quad feed to end the game with luck from Black Clover Quartet Nice. New game is coming out September 14th on PS4, and I've been looking forward to this game for a long time, quite a long time, since they announced it that it was going to be a game, that Black Clover was going to have a game. And it's a team shooter based off the anime Black Clover, the manga by your boy Tabata Sensei. Shout out to Tabata Sensei. And it's basically Overwatch. It's got some similarities of Overwatch. You know, you got your healers, you got your assault, you got your tanks. You know what I'm saying? It's really good. I've seen one comment on the Black Clover subreddit called Black Clover Watch. I thought that was pretty funny. Shout out to that user, bro. I just wanted to make a review of the beta. You know, just to voice my opinions on the game. And I really want to see this game like blow up. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to really see this game blow up. So where do we start? The game has 4 roles: shooter, fighter, healer, and support. The fighters are mainly like the melee guys. They're supposed to be like the first in the fight. They do a lot of damage. The shooters are ranged characters. You can put them in like choke points and stuff like that. They can really snipe off. If you really got a good shooter, they can really take out like literally like the whole team. They're really good for crowd control and stuff like that. The support are like the tanks of the game. They can take some damage, but they also buff the team, or in Noelle's case, she can heal the fucking team and give extra health. I think she's a little OP, but we'll get to that later. And the healers, you know, it's self-explanatory. They can heal, but people like Mars or Charmy can fucking just beat your ass. They're really like extra. I wouldn't say shooters, but they would be like support characters. I like to say they're support characters because they can do a lot of damage as well. This game is very fast. This is one of the fastest team shooters I've ever played. It's like really quick. The games are super quick. The matches go through in like 5 minutes. The game modes, you got Control, which is just King of the Hill; Crystal Carry, which is you carry the payload from Overwatch; and Treasure Hunt, which is a unique game mode to say the least, is where the 2 teams have to capture a key and you take it to the other team's treasure box. Capturing the key is 1 point, stopping the key is 1 point, and capturing the treasure is 2 points. So, and I think that the game ends when you get 5 points. So that's when you end the game. And if you're familiar with the anime, you're gonna have all your favorite Black Clover characters. I mean, you're gonna have Yuno, Asta, Noelle, Yami, and a lot of the Black Bulls are here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gordon or Gray here, but the anime is just gonna catch up with Gray, so I don't know. But we're gonna play with characters that we didn't get to play with in the beta, like Fauna. So that's gonna be pretty cool. So now I'm just gonna give my opinions on the game and the characters, and get some feedback on some of them. So I'm just gonna go in order. So Asta, I only played with him one time. He has some nice moves. He can run on walls and stuff like that, and he can block magic as well. And he has more health than anyone in the game because everyone has shields, but the shields are magic. And if you've seen the Black Clover anime or read the manga or anything about the story, that you know that the main character Asta does not have any magic power, and because he has no magic power, he has a lot of fucking health. So, but that gives him a good benefit on healers because the healers in this game only recover health and not shields. So when you recover his health, I mean, that's a massive buff to him. So, and if you pair him up with Mimosa or Charmy, he can be devastating. I mean, he can really wreck shit up as long as they're alive. Yami and Young Yami. I didn't really play with those two that much, but I seen that Yami has a pretty cool gravity ball thing with his dark magic. It's like Orisa's gravity ball, where she can like grab people for like a half second. So I thought that was pretty cool. Luck is arguably one of the best fighters in the game, in my opinion. He's really fast. He can bounce off walls. His lightning kicks and punches are really strong. They can take out a character in about 1 or 2 moves. And if you saw the clip at the beginning of the video, his ultimate can clear out a whole room, and he's pretty amazing. Now we're going on to the shooters. First is Yuno. A lot of people were playing Yuno in the beta for obvious reasons. He's one of the main characters of the series. He's Asta Sasuke in the whole scheme of things, his rival. He has reloading wind arrows that he can throw. He can dash through the air with his wind tornado. He can dash through the air, and his wind tornado does a lot of damage, and it's basically OP. It can clear out a whole room, and it does knockdown damage. So you're gonna be on the ground for a while there. And his ultimate is just one big sniper arrow that also does knockdown, can clear a room too. Magna, he would be like the average shooter. There's nothing really special about him compared to the other two shooters in the category. He has a really fast dash move. He can run in midair. His fireballs do pretty good damage, and if you pick a certain deck, it could do knockback. He has a move called Grand Slam where he combines all the fireballs into one strong ass shot. And his ultimate is just a really big fireball that does AoE, and I hope it gets a buff because it's not as strong as the other ones. Ghost is one of my favorite shooters. He's basically a control character. He has hit scan shots. He can copy placement magic. For example, Mimosa's healing station or Charmy's bounce sheep. He can multiply himself to do more damage. That's a passive move. He has a mirror trap move that slows down targets and basically chips away at the health. His ultimate lets you choose one of your 3 teammates and multiplies them into 3s, and they do triple damage. So imagine that with an Asta or Luck that does a shit ton of damage. Now on to the healers. We got Mimosa. She's the only healer that does straight up DPS because of her Vine attack. Is basically Symmetra's being from Overwatch, or at least pre-patch Symmetra. She can deploy a healing station, which is basically our healing flower cradle from the anime, if you remember that. And she can place down flower traps to slow down enemies. And her ultimate is, I believe it is her reviving someone. You can quote me on that. I think so. If I'm wrong, then just correct me in the comments. Charmy, she's basically a shooter first before she's a healer because she can summon a giant sheep. Yeah, a giant sheep, for those who don't watch Black Clover. And the giant sheep attacks the other players, and it stays there for a minute as a turret. So she's basically a support more than she is a healer. But she can also place a sheep to bounce to avoid enemies, and the teammates can also bounce on it. And she can place down cupcakes for her teammates for healing because Charmy loves cupcakes. Last is Mars of the healers, and he's really another healer that doesn't really fit the role of a healer because he can shoot crystal bullets. That's alright, but he can also shoot waves and columns of crystals that do a lot of damage. And his actual healing ability is an AoE heal called Phoenix Recovery Magic, and his ultimate is only good for like tight areas, like tight alleys, because he summons a giant crystal sword and he throws it forward, and it's really easy to avoid, especially if you have a fighter. So I hope they buff at least the damage or the speed of the throw. And last but not least is support. Klaus. He's a really good zone control character. He can throw out large walls like Mei from Overwatch. He can shut off lanes with his spike trap things. And I think his ult is just extra armor. Vanessa, on the other hand, is very underwhelming. She has good web traps that slow people down and has a good scorpion like grab, like get over here type grab. It's really fun to play with. She's really fast. She has a speed buff at the beginning of the game. If you want to get to the point really quickly, but her damage, her straight up whips attack, is just really just underwhelming unless you have her attack deck, which buffs it up a little bit. Her ult is the red string. I think that gives your team some type of a buff, but I didn't really get to see it. I didn't really play it with her a lot. She's just not really a good character. And last but not least, the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop. I'm telling you, my favorite character in Black Clover, the best girl. I don't care what nobody say. Mimosa, Vanessa, Charmy. I don't care what nobody say. She is the best girl, but she is the most overpowered thing in this game, and that is Noelle Silva. I cannot tell you how overpowered this girl is. I mean, she can create indestructible shields. You need a whole group to even break her shield to get damage on her. After that, she can heal people that's in the shield. Also, she has another buff that can give people more magic shields. On top of that, pair that with Mimosa, you got a damn near indestructible team. I mean, it's just ridiculous. She has an ult that can basically clear out a whole room. And she's just so unbearable in Treasure Hunt because you're trying to go for the key, and there's just 4 motherfuckers just coming at you at once. It really breaks the game. You try to break her shield, but you already got somebody in the shield that is just unlocking the treasure. It's really horrible, and I hope she gets nerfed to shit, bro, because she is the only really broken thing in this game. Another gripe with the game is that sometimes you don't get in a lobby that quickly, and you get AI. And I understand this is the beta, you get AI, but we were playing ranked. Now, I'm pretty sure that our rankings won't pass through the beta and right onto the game, but I can't be playing no hard ass AI on ranked. Now, hopefully they get all that settled and everything. I'm really still excited for the game, but the AI in this game is just so on point and coordinated. It's ridiculous. I've never seen so much coordination on a team since the late beta, the last segment of the beta that happened on Monday, from 4 to 7, where everybody knew all the characters and everything. But the AI was just on point. The more it seemed like the more AI that they had, the more coordinated they were, because it was ridiculous. I mean ridiculous. But with all that aside, I still like the game. I still love the characters. I love seeing my favorite characters from currently what is one of my favorite animes and favorite manga to watch right now, just on the stream playing the game. It's beautiful graphics. Some of the textures on the ground can need a little work, but I ain't gonna hawk them for that. I ain't really here for the graphics and everything. But this game is really good, and I hope to see everybody on September 14th. I really like the game. Tell me your thoughts. Comment below, and like and subscribe. And if you like what you saw, man, just hey, subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all next time.